Hey folks, welcome to the video. I'm Johnny, but of course you already knew that because I'm now Instagram famous. I have been for the past 6 months since paying for Meta Verified, which gives me that wonderful blue tick on my account. Now, don't hate me for my fame. I did it all in the interest of letting you know whether Meta Verified is actually worth it or not. So I'm going to let you know whether it lives up to its promise and what happened to that sneaky little thing that slipped out of the way that they market it. What is Meta Verified? Put simply, it is a little blue tick next to your name and a few extra features that are, some are good and some are not very good. On the website, there are 4 main things, okay? There is verification, there is exclusive features, proactive account protection, and direct account support. They originally said it gives you increased visibility, but that seems to have slipped off of the website. So let's talk about the verification part. They say establish your account authenticity and help your community know it's the real you with a verified badge, which involves a verification process that requires a government ID in select regions with a selfie video. So I did those things. I gave them my government ID and I did like a little selfie thing. So you're not just telling people you're the real you, you're telling people that you are a real person. So all in all, that part actually worked well. They gave me a blue tick for my money. Next, we have proactive account protection. Get protection from impersonation with proactive account monitoring and secure your account with 2-factor authentication. My memory's not that good, but I'm pretty sure I had 2-factor authentication before I had Meta Verified. So you know when you get those numbers that pop up and it texts you, that's 2-factor authentication. And I'm pretty sure I had that already. But they said that I have proactive account monitoring. So this means that apparently there is somebody checking my account or other people's accounts for impersonating me. Now, it could be that they are doing this very effectively and quashing impersonation accounts before I hear about them, or it could also be that I don't really have anybody impersonating me. Maybe I'm not famous enough to be impersonated, which, you know, it's possible. It's possible. So I suppose the only thing I can say to that is if you have a problem with people impersonating your accounts, then this might be worth it to you. But if you're like me, when that doesn't happen very often or at all, this part of it probably isn't worth the money. Next, we have something called exclusive features. They say, get exclusive stickers on stories and reels across Facebook and Instagram, and where available, get 100 stars a month on Facebook so you can show your support for other creators. Now, if you don't know what stars are on Facebook, I could be totally wrong, but I think they're a kind of internal currency where you convert your money into stars and then you use stars to give to like game streamers or something. And then they can then use that as money, I presume, the other end. I'm sorry if I don't know what that actually is. But one thing I do know is I don't need stars. I get 100 a month. So if you need stars, I got 100 a month. So if you want them, just comment below. You can have my stars if we can figure out how to actually make that transaction happen. I don't need these stars, so you're welcome to them. And when it comes to exclusive stickers on stories and reels, that's not something that's important to me. If you want these exclusive stickers and stories, maybe that sounds exciting, but for me personally, it's not worth the money for that. But the next one is interesting, okay? Direct account support. Get help when you need it from a real person on common account issues that matter to you. Now, what that means is if your account gets hacked or if you have a problem with your account, you can go into the support part of your Meta Verified and you actually talk to someone very quickly, all within the app. And what's nice is they don't speak to you from a script all the time. You notice typos in their typing, which is good in my opinion, because that shows that it's a human, not just clicking on a script, but they're actually communicating. And they answer your questions. They do that. But let's talk about what happens. The first issue I had was audio unavailable on a reel, which is basically just me talking to the camera. Ironically, it was actually me giving a snarky review of Meta Verified, and it got muted. Now, you could probably conspiracy theory that, but actually I think there's probably just a broken system. I said to them, there must be an issue here, and they came back saying, what you need to do is edit the video and re-upload it. And I was like, so what was the problem there? How do we know it's not going to happen again? And they said, well, we don't. But if you edit it and re-upload it, it might not happen again. So while the speed of their response was good, the actual information they gave me was frustrating at best. Now, something else happened. The next issue was much more serious, okay? I'm in a band. I have a band Facebook page for that band, and it got hacked. I found out about this at about 11 o'clock at night. One of my band members was like, oh, we've been hacked. And I was like, I think I can fix this. I pay for Instagram. So I jumped on and I started talking to them, and they were actually very, very helpful. They gave me all sorts of links that I can report it and all this sort of stuff. I think those links might have been publicly available, so I don't think it was anything special for me. What I was hoping for was that they would actually just log into Facebook and be like, yeah, sorry, add me back as an admin and undo all of the hack. They didn't do that, and that's what I was hoping for. That's what I assumed my $14.99 a month was going to get me, but it didn't. So while the response time again was very, very good, the actual action taken was underwhelming. So direct account support, I would give that a 5 out of 10. Great response, good employees, good support, but actually very poor outcomes. Next, we have a bonus one. This is increased visibility. This is no longer on their website, but it is talked about when they first launched Meta Verified. This is the thing that got everybody curious. Okay, increased visibility sounds like extra reach. This sounds like if you pay Facebook a bit every month, it'll go back to what it was like in 2018. But they've made it disappear from all of their websites and stuff like that. So I don't really know what's happening with that. And no one ever really knew the specifics, which means it was probably an idea that got squashed. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't actually get some sense of increased visibility, because if you have a verified account, I'm pretty sure you appear higher in the search results than you would have done before, or above people that have the same name. So the long and short of it is, I saw no increase in my reach whatsoever. I saw the exact same decline that everyone else is seeing across the platform, which is probably related to less users on the platform. So let's talk about the cost and whether it's actually worth it or not. Okay, so it is $11.99 or $14.99 if you do it through the app, because iOS App Store takes 30% of everything that happens on the App Store, which they're winning, aren't they, Apple? But anyway, here are some things that cost less than Meta Verified. Apple TV, a lot less than Meta Verified, and it has some of the best TV shows in the world. My own website, if I remove the shop. So a standard Squarespace website is cheaper than Meta Verified. Next, we have Adobe Lightroom with 1 terabyte of storage. This is the most widely used photo editing app in the world, and I couldn't possibly do my job without it. So I'm going to say that it is absolutely overpriced, and for most people, it is absolutely not worth it. One thing I will say though, it is not for people like me. I am simply not famous enough to need the impersonation protection. If you want to help me with that, you can hit the subscribe button on my channel to make me just a little bit more famous. I'm joking, of course. Only hit that subscribe button if you want to see my future videos. But it is not for me. It is not for people like me, in my opinion. It would be useful for someone who is incredibly famous, to the fact where they have people impersonating their account and trying to sell stuff pretending to be them. This will give them a way to protect themselves against that. And also, they should have a bit of spare money kicking about because they're so famous. Now, there are probably a few other things that I could have covered in this video. So if you have questions about Meta Verified, I have been using it for 6 months. I probably won't use it for very much longer. In fact, I've actually deleted Instagram for the next 30 days, but I probably won't use it after that. In fact, I should probably just actually get rid of it now because I haven't got Instagram. How do I do that? I haven't got Instagram. I'll do it after the video. Anyway, my point is, if you have any questions about Meta Verified, ask me in the comments and I'll try and answer it. And if there's nothing else, I will see you in the next video.